Welcome, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today is a story time, and you're gonna really want to stick around for this because this is about when I was in my teenagers years, and this happened to something that happened to one of my friends, things that she went through. And I know I brought the topic up because I was on somebody else's live earlier on another social media, and when they brought it up, and it just brought back the memories, and it's like not that I forgot about the stuff that she went through because it was like dramatic, but I feel like I want to this need to be brought out. And back then, maybe if a lot of us would have spoke out then, it maybe she would have had a better life, a better turnout. So, guys, yeah, make sure y'all stick around for this, okay? All right, guys, welcome back. Come on in, step one in the door. Come on. Your girl got a story time for y'all tonight, and I got me some Hagen Dazs ice cream, mango. Yeah, I got some mango. Yes. So, yes, guys. So this story time. This took. I had to probably been like about. I'm going to tell you like the whole story, like how I met them, everything. So I had to been like 16, about yeah, 16, maybe yeah, 16, or I had just turned 16 or something like that. So anyway, where I was living at, we had a fire in our thing in the building, and they took everybody, like it burnt like we burnt like I lost everything, like all my clothes, everything. Ugh, everything, guys, like we lost everything. So they put us in a like everybody that from the building, whatever, in like a hotel. Like everybody didn't go to the same hotel, but we went to different hotels. So this particular hotel that I went to, sorry, guys, I don't want to lose nothing. I know you're like, really? Mm. You know, you know when it's something good, I get to dancing and vibing, like dancing and hey. But anyway, we're gonna get back to this because this is like really like kind of like it's sad, it's heartbreaking because I know a lot of young people still going through this. So we moved into the shelter. It was a hotel back then out here in New York City. I don't know if it's still there. It was called the Region Hotel, and that's where a lot of people back in the days where they placed a lot of people in there that got burnt out from the thing, or they went through the shelter system. They was like replaced and places like that. So that's how we got in there, and so we was in there. We didn't know nobody, we didn't know nobody. Like from the area where we lived at in Harlem, it was just like that's where we stood at, basically where we stayed at. So like this hotel was like a little further downtown. So we didn't really know too many people like down there. We didn't hang out down there. We was uptown kids. So I'm not. Let me see. So when you new on the block, everybody want to know who's the new people, blah blah blah. Cause like I had found out, like a lot of them that was there been there for like years. Like they just was comfortable there. Like that was their home. They was comfortable there. But a lot of them wasn't like working. My mom's was a working person, so she wasn't trying to like just be stuck there. So yeah. So long story short, it was like I said, we the new people on the block. Everybody wanted to know new people. So the one guy, he kept pushing, like pushing up on me. Let me see, we gonna call him Pete. Yeah, we gonna call him Pete. So he kept pushing up on me. Long story short, we used to, talk. He used to come, cause back then it was a curfew. So when you lived in there, it was a curfew. You had to be inside at a certain time. If you wasn't in there at a certain time, I think you either you get written up, and then after that, I think you lose your room or whatever, something like that. But it was a curfew. You had to be there before at that curfew. And the security guard back then, I'll never forget him. He was a mean bastard. He was mean. Like, as over the time I got to know him, because we ended up, I think we stayed there maybe like a year. We was probably there like a year, because you have to wait and to go about vouchers, and they give you like the vouchers to go look for your, help you get your place and stuff. So, like I said, so he was a bastard. But anyway, so but if you inside once you inside, that's where everybody, like the young kids, used to hang out in the hallways. So I think we lived on the fourth floor, and they was on like on the sixth floor. So he would come down to the fourth floor, and we would sit outside in front of my door, like sit on the rug, just chop it up for like hours, probably till like 3, 4 in the morning. This was like on the weekends or in the summertime, not during the school night. And plus, I think I was just about to graduate anyway. But that's how this was. So, long story short, we kicked it, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, we started kicking it, like like we started talking, like as in like talking. So time pursuits, time go on. We kicking it. Now we a couple. So everybody in that percentage knew, like, okay, don't talk to you can't talk to her. She's off limit. Her and Pete is together now, and this person, he had a name like not to be played with. In that, and like within that building, the hotel. It was they had their little crew or whatever, and that's how it was. So I met his sisters little by little, but I didn't really get to meet them that much, because the way that the stepdad was, and this is where it comes in at. The stepfather was more like controlling, but as you know, from me seeing it from the outside, I couldn't see what was going on in the inside. I'm just seeing it from the outside, and at the beginning of it, it was just like it was a stepdad that was, concerning his daughters. His daughters, he wanted them in the house at a certain time, and they had to do this. They had they what you call it, they had to do their chores and things like that. So that's how I seen it. I didn't really see none of until time started going by. Time started going by, and now me and him now got closer and closer and closer, and I could never understand. Like, he really hated this man. Like, he hated this man, and at the time I think he was only like, we was, like I said, I can't remember the exact age. We was either 16 or 17. We was in between at 16 and 17. I can't remember the exact which one, but I know it was one of those. So he still never really told me much. He used to tell me like little bits and things what was going on. Like he hated, the stepfather. He was like he couldn't wait, like to leave. And I was like, well, why don't you? Like, sorry guys, it was a phone call. It was a phone call. But like I said, guys, back to what I was saying. When like I said, we was the new family on the block, so we didn't know much. So now, like I said, remember, guys, months now went by. So we in front of the building. I'm in front of the building because, like I said, me and him, we dating now. And then now I'm in front of the building with some of the other kids from the building. Some of the other. So I don't know. It was just like they was just talking, And I really didn't know, guys. Like I promise y'all, I was clueless to this. So they talking, and I think I asked weird, like why she thinks she's out the window, and I was like, why you didn't come down? And she was like, it was like she on punishment, blah blah. And I'm like, Dawn, you always on punishment like that. Like you always on punishment. And then that's when it started. Some of the girls and the guys some right there, they was like, yeah, they was like, she ain't really on punishment. They was like, you don't see it, you don't see it. I'm like, see what? Like, what are you talking about? They like, you don't see it, you don't see it. Let me see. We gonna call the stepfather Thomas. They like, you don't see it. They was like, Thomas always keep her in the house. Always keep her in the house. And I'm like, no, okay. Like, she did something, she did something. They was like, no, he always keep her in the house. And I'm like, okay. Like what the heck? Like, tell me. Like, what the heck? They like, no. They was like, you see, everybody is out the house. Pete, which is the one that I was talking to, the moms and the other two sisters. So it was always just her and him in the house. Yeah, you'll see where I'm going with this now, right? See? So they was just always them in the house. And they was like, you don't see everybody outside except for her. I'm like, yeah, because she on punishment. And they like, you know how kids back then, they like, oh my God. Like they looking at me like, she's stupid. She's slow. She's slow. She don't get it. But guys, like, I never dealt with that type of stuff. I never been around that. So, no. So they was like, yeah, they keeping, come to find out from when they was, okay, I want to say the oldest sister was right up under, she's like maybe a year up under me. And then the other sister, the one that I'm talking about is, but that's her name, Patricia, right? That's the name I gave her. Patricia, she was like, I think 2 years under her. So they was like, he been messing with the both of them, the oldest sister and the middle sister, that he been messing with them. I think they said from like the age of 8 or something like that. And when I met them at the time, they was like, because I remember, like out here in like the summer youth job, you have to be 14 in order to do that. So the one named Patricia, that was her first summer. That was her first summer job. So that means when I met her, she had to be like 13, because it went into like going into her turning 14. But when I met her, she had to be 13, and they says that he been doing this since she was like 8. The both of them, and then what's sickening is the moms knew. So if you knew this man been doing this to your daughters, like, why stick around? And this is why now, while I came to where I understood why Pete hated this man, like hated him. And he used to always, and they say he used to always say when he was like young, like a young kid, that when he get older, he was gonna beat him up, kill him, and stuff like that. So the older, to find out the older daughter, we gonna call her Alicia. Alicia, to this day, God rest her soul, she passed away like a while ago. So, but Alicia, to this day, she have a daughter by this man. I found like all this stuff out like through like other people, not through them, like other people. And then as I got closer, they told me, because like I said, I was dealing, me and Pete, like we got to the point we even got engaged, like we was together for like years. So yeah, so Alicia, she had a baby. She had a daughter by this man, and I think she was, at the time when she had the baby, she was 16. They sent her away. You know how like they sent like to one of them, because they made her give the baby up for adoption. So they sent her away until she had the baby. She was in some type of some type of facility thing where she had the baby, and then once she had the baby, they take the baby, and then she able to come back home or something like that. So that's what happened with that. Sorry, they always want to keep interrupting me. But guys, like I said, I never, 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 never forget the they asked me one time, can I go with her to the clinic? Like, go with her to the clinic. So when I agreed to it at the time, it was like, okay, like, yeah, like, why would I not? We cool. You're like my sister. We cool. Guys, I promise y'all, guys. I promise y'all. They never told me what was going on until we got to the place. Guys, why she was pregnant with the stepdad's baby. Pregnant with the stepdad's baby. So basically she went to get an abortion. I don't know, like back then. I mean, yeah, now, but like back then we ain't do all that. I wasn't one of them fast girls, so we ain't do all that. I ain't know about. I mean, I heard about it, but I ain't really know about it. I never really been to none of them. I didn't know nothing about it. Like, yeah, she went and had an abortion, and I was there. I was there. Like, I was there, and didn't know what was going on until, like I said, we did. Cause I was just there. Cause I think they needed some, I think she couldn't go. She couldn't go by herself. Cause I think after she wouldn't be able to come home or whatever by herself or something. I mean, guys, like they could at least told me, like, like, oh my God, she had abortion by she had a she had abortion, but she was carrying the baby by the stepdad, which I thought was like, and it was so crazy because, like I said, he was always running the guys away. Like she could never. He see her talk to a guy, like a boy, like one of the little boys back then. Oh, forget it. He got berserk, got mad, and it was sad because, like I said, I found out like toward the end. So it was sad. So then I don't know. I forgot what happened. Oh no, matter of fact, I think this is my first time. We was at the like I said, we was in the hotel. So I was I was over there with them. I was at their room, at the hotel with them, their room. I was with Pete. We was there, talk whatever, and we was watching. That back then that's when it wasn't the DVDs. It was the tapes. I don't know. Some of y'all young people don't know about the VHS tapes. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, VHS. Yeah, the cassette tapes, the big, the DVD, not the DVD player, the cassette player, whatever. Forgot the name of it. But anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, we watching it. We watching the movies. We chilling. Everybody laughing, joke, whatever. We watching it. Now, mind you, I think we all in the mix. We watched the movie. Everybody just fell asleep. It's not late. It's still early. But everybody fell asleep because we've been watching the movies. This was one of them days. I don't know, was it raining or everybody just in the house? Because, like I said, he always kept them on punishment. Always kept them on punishment. Except for the youngest sister. He never bothered her. He never did nothing to her. And that's because I believe the aunts and them was more like sheltering her. So he knew if they probably would have got a hold of that, what he was doing, whatever, it would have been a problem. Because from my understanding, even like the outer relative didn't know what was going on until like time went by. When back to what I said, we was there watching movies, fell asleep, and I don't know if he went to touch me or something. And when he did that, Pete just lost it. Like, lost it. Because, like I said, we had all just fell asleep. Like, he lost it. Like, he beat that man like it was no tomorrow. Like, he almost killed that man. Like, almost killed that man. They called the police to everything. Like, well, because in the shelter, like, they automatically, the guards gonna do that regardless. Sorry, guys. Well, like I said, so yeah, it was like everybody was talking to her, saying how could she let him do that, blah blah. So yeah, but the long story short, they finally, cause me and my mom's done, we had got our place, we had been moved out of there, whatever. They was still at the hotel, or whatever, and then they finally got their place. So when they finally got the place, guess what? She let him move back into the place. But it was at this point in time where the girls was at the point where they was done. They knew they brother had their back. They knew their brother could beat him, and they seen their brother beat that tail. So it was just like, okay, I guess they wasn't no more. They was no longer scared of him. And I mean, if you were to see the way the way they was even talking to him, it was like he was a piece of shit on the ground. Yes. But it was just so heartbreaking to see what they had to go through, and they was going through that at an early age. Like, these girls was going through this at 8 years old. They both had babies by him. He got both of them pregnant. One actually had the baby. The other one had it up. They had got the baby. Had the abortion, so they got it abandoned. But it's just heartbreaking. And I know a lot of people is going through this now. And that's why I felt like, you know what? Maybe I need to tell the story. We might know somebody, because sometimes you don't see it, or sometimes you do. Because sometimes you can be standing from the outside and look and see what's going on the inside, and you be like, something ain't right. Like, something not right. As also with me being that I was still young myself, so me standing from the outside looking in, I wasn't looking for none of that, because like I said, I never was raised around that, so I didn't know. So I wasn't looking. I didn't know those were the signs of things like that. I didn't know. But now, as I got older, and then seeing what they went through, if I see that with somebody else, I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I see it now. If I see it now, for me looking from the outside looking in, I think I will be able to, like, kind of like nah, something ain't right. Like you can tell, like, the vibes, like the way the person moves, like how they act. You can see it, like everything. So I'm bringing this out to say, guys, like, you know some of these young girls, they don't know no better, and then some of them are afraid. They're scared because these girls was really afraid of this man. They was afraid of him. I'm telling you, they was afraid of him. He was mean. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was like a mean bastard. He was mean, and these girls was afraid of him. So that's all I'm saying. Like, you know, they might be afraid to speak out. So sometimes we might have to be the voice for them. So, and just think about it. If that incident never would have happened, where I think when he tried to accidentally touch me or whatever, well, he claimed it was an accident, like he fell over or something. If that would have never happened, and Pete would have never whipped that behind, like, it probably would have still been going on. Like, it probably would have still been going on, guys. Like, and it's sad. And I feel like, that's what I say. I feel like he really messed their life up, because they came to the point they dropped out of school. They didn't really want to go do schooling, like none of that. And it's like, how? Like, it's just sad. It's heartbreaking. And to this day, like, the one I called Patricia, that was the middle one. And it's just, to this day, she's still lost. She's still, like, messed up. Yes, guys. I know my camera gonna cut off in a minute. But yes, guys, we have to look out for our kids, guys. I promise you, we have to look out for them. Like, come on, we have to look out for these babies, because we have some sick, sick, sick bastards in this cruel world. That means no good. They don't mean no good to these babies. And it's heartbreaking, guys. Just me talking about it, like, I just feel like in my heart. Alright, guys, I'm going to end this video like I said, guys. Um, I know it's not like one of my story times that I normally like to tell. Like I said, I hope this really helps someone. It helps someone. It can help save somebody. I don't know. I just felt like I had to come out and tell it. And maybe, you right now in your not you per se your situation, but you know what I mean. You might know somebody or think somebody that's going through that, and maybe you will pay a little more close attention to it now, just to make sure if it is what it is. So guys, like I said, thank y'all for watching this. Thank y'all for listening to my story. And it was a real story time, as usual. It just wasn't one of them crazy ones that I always have. But it was real. And guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate y'all. And don't forget to like this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave your comment down below. Like, if you ever went through that situation, someone that went through that situation, or you're not sure, you might think somebody going through that right now. Like, leave your comment down below, and we all can work this together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. I really, really appreciate y'all. You already know your girl love you. Hey, I just want to end this video on a better note, a little, because it kind of brung like a little, how would I say, a little emotion. It kind of made me a little emotional thinking about it, bringing back this story and thinking about them. Because if y'all know these people, like they was like really nice people. Like, they was sweethearts. They was nice. And let me stop saying, the reason why I keep saying they, because the one I call Patricia, she's still here with us, and the younger sister still with us. But the moms and the older sister and the brother are both no longer here with us. So, yes, God bless them, rest their soul. But yes, so yeah, guys, make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know, if you know somebody that that went through this, family member. I know if it was you, some people don't want to talk about it, or they're ashamed of it, whatever. And just so y'all know, guys, it was never your fault. For anybody that's watching it, it was not your fault. Okay, guys, it was not your fault. We can't control these sick bastards that's out here, so it's not your fault, guys. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I can't even finish my ice cream. Well, the yogurt, look how it melted. But yeah, guys. Guys, thank you for watching this video. And thank you for taking the time and listening to it. And thank you for taking your time, leaving your comments down below, letting me know what you thought of it and how you feel about it. Like, what's your feelings about it? What's your thoughts? Like I said, I don't even know if that man's still alive to this day. I don't know, because it came to a point where, even though I told you they brought him back in the house, but it came to a point where they actually put him back out the house. And after that, it was history. So I don't even know if he's still alive. And the sad part is, if he is still alive, even once they put him out, who to say he didn't go do that to another young female? I don't know, guys, but just pray for them. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for watching. I really, really appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Until the next video. Hey, until the next video. Your girl is out. Later, Gator.